Hello, Rowan Mithril here once again, getting back to the Pikmin 1 No Deaths run. It's day 4, and we're headed for the Forest Navel. A new region full of new dangers, and a rather busy plan on my part. We're going to try and gather 4 more pieces of the Dolphin. And for this plan to work, the RNG kinda has to cooperate early on. It depends on where one particular enemy decides to go and when. So hopefully it cooperates. At least I really like the music in this place, probably my favorite track in the game. So we're going to start things off by gathering 50 reds. There we go. Once everyone's out, we'll get them to work on taking down this white bramble wall. While they're working on that, we're going to get out another 20 reds. This is just to keep the two groups separate. Too many that time. These guys are coming with me. Right up here, everyone. We're going to set them to work building the stick so they can go over and get the part from the cliff over there. Throwing them one at a time is a bit slow, but if you just try and swarm the building site, chances are they'll try climbing the stick early and they'll just fall off. But now it's Super Happy Fun Onion time. Everyone loves Super Happy Fun Onion time. Okay, I need to see if that enemy I was talking about is anywhere close by. Yes, he's tromping around. The bread bug. We might be able to get an early hit on him. But for now, we have a new little friend. It's a Pikmin of yet another color. Near this one's cheeks is what appears to be a set of gills. This trait suggests to me that this blue type of Pikmin can enter the water without any trouble whatsoever. Only one way to find out. Indeed, other colors of Pikmin cannot handle the water. They drown as soon as they get in. Okay, come on over, breadbug. The breadbug is lured by small food sources such as worm pellets. But then you can drag them toward the onion. But for now, let's have a look at this. The automatic gear. This thing chugs right along at its own pace. It makes piloting much easier, giving me time to concentrate on the finer points of space travel. So yes, we've pulled the bread bug into the onion. But it's not quite done just yet. We're going to need to pull it in one more time. And we're going to let another Pikmin help with that. Generally, you're going to need another Pikmin to outmuscle it. But there we go. And that's the reason we had to defeat the space bug. It was carrying a ship part. Actually, that's Breadbug, not Spacebug. To be fair, I was distracted by the part that just popped out of him, the space float. But as long as I have your attention, a couple of notes about the Breadbug. It's immune to swarm damage. You can't just surround it with Pikmin and expect that to work. Goomba stomping does work to a very minimal degree. You can use one as a finishing shot to get that last bit of health after pulling him into the onion once, but don't count on it as your major damage source. Anyway, back to the action. We don't actually have enough Pikmin to carry it just yet, though. At least not enough blues. And since they're the only ones that can deal with water, well, yeah. Thank goodness, my space float. This float is an absolute necessity for any pilot who lacks skill at swimming in space. So right now we're just going to go ahead and gather up all the food sources here. Get as many blues as we can. The Reds should all be finished with their tasks pretty soon here. There we go. So for the moment, we're pretty much done with the blues. Automatic gear. It has thin cracks running through it. I tried to fill them with dirt. I hope it'll be alright. Master Mechanic. I guess you use what you have. So we're just going to leave the blues alone for now. Dismiss the troops, and we're going to go catch up with the Reds. We need to get them to work on another task. So we'll gather up the 50 reds that were working on the wall, and the 20 that were working on the gear. Let's bring the army down here, and get them to work on this ramp. Meanwhile, we need to go reunite with the blues. We have a new enemy to deal with, the shearwig. In Pokemon terms, it's the evolved form of the sheer grub. It has a nasty little surprise for us. We're going to be using blues to deal with them because basically you want to one-shot them, so it doesn't matter that blues have less attack power. So we have 19 blues. We want them to be close but not too close. For the most part, shearwigs work like the sheer grubs do. You really want to deal with them one at a time. Olimar can start the process of fighting them, but once they get low enough on health, they take flight. And as they fly, they regain health. So Olimar cannot finish them off by himself since, well, he can't fly. So let's lure in the next one. There's a total of 4 shearwigs here, and you want to deal with all of them. The thing that makes the shearwigs really dangerous is they do work pretty much the same way that sheer grubs do, in the sense that so long as a shearwig is carrying one of your Pikmin, it's invincible to all damage other than Goomba Stomps. But I think we managed to get them all. A little clumsy toward the end, but it all worked out. We're going to go ahead and get everybody carrying these back. Meanwhile, time to reunite with the Reds. At any rate, I don't think I lost anyone there. I'm gonna be sad if it gets to the end of the day and it turns out I did. I don't really know why it repeats that message. It's just telling us again about the 100 Pikmin in the field thing. So now, let's get them building a second ramp down. This will get them down closer to certain enemies, but there's a nice little thing about Reds that we'll talk about momentarily. In fact, I guess that doesn't actually mark lost. That's unfortunate. I'd really kind of like to know now. Oh well. So anyway, at this point we should be able to get 30 blues, and that's enough to carry the space float. Okay, let's get everybody carrying this thing. Meanwhile, time to go reunite with the Reds again. It's quicker to go this way. We're going to have them fight some fiery blowhogs. And here's the nice cunning thing about this. Reds are immune to fire. Meaning that the fiery blowhog cannot actually kill your red Pikmin outright. It can flail and in doing so make them lose their flowers and toss them all over the place, but it cannot outright kill them, unless it tosses them into water. So make sure that when you're dealing with the fiery blowhog, it's facing inland. If it flings them into water, that will finish them off. Also, a word of note, Olimar is not immune to fire. And also, if you're standing too close when the blowhog does its little flail move, that'll hurt Olimar. But yeah, Reds can deal with fiery blowhogs pretty quickly. One more I want to go ahead and take out. And there we go. We're pretty much done with the Reds at this point. So let's start getting them back to the landing site. There are other fiery blowhogs down here, but none we really want to deal with today. No, you are not going to get distracted by that grass. Yeah, they'll just start picking at that without even waiting for you to tell them to do so. Okay, so we're going to swap out a bit. We're going to have the Reds carry this back. Meanwhile, we're going to get up here And we're going to put these reds away. The blues, meanwhile, they're going to come and get another ship part. I've found my #1 Ionium jet. Unfortunately, this puts out a slightly odoriferous exhaust, but it does propel me to escape velocity in an instant. The stench is a small price to pay for such performance. A maximum of 25 can carry this thing. So we're going to have 5 stragglers to worry about. I'd really like to get 25 carrying it, just so I know where they all are. So the Reds have carried the space float back. An excellent swimmer like me has no need for something like this, but my motto is always be prepared. Really, it's just for emergencies. And you're just not going to cooperate, are you? Oh well. So we've got 6 blues with us. No matter. It won't make too much difference. So we're just going to sneak through here real quick. And get our Pikmin stuck. That was a bad move. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Okay, we need to put away some more reds. We only want to have 25 reds out, and that's for strategy purposes. We're going to separate everyone out. And we're going to call out 45 yellows. They're going to come down to the beach with me. Technically, you can do this part with reds, but it requires you to be a lot more precise, and the time I tried it, it didn't go too well. I feel a lot more comfortable doing this with yellows. Come on. We're going to toss the yellows up here and get them to work on building this ramp. Just to make sure everyone's doing the job, we're going to go ahead and come up here. Make sure all 45 are still there. Good, they are. And we'll set them to work. Meanwhile, back to the landing site with us. We need to rearrange our Pikmin a bit. #1 Ionium jet. If this is damaged, I'll be in dire straits. I'll have to run a system check as soon as I can. Okay, back we go. At this point, it's basically just using blues to gather as many food sources as we can. So we're going to leave the reds up here. And take the blues down to the beach. Just set them to work on carrying as much back as they can. Meanwhile, let's get our yellows to work on carrying this back. I found my gravity jumper. By manipulating the forces of gravity, this key component gives me the final boost I need to make the jump to super light speed. Good thing I found it. So 45 can carry that. A maximum of 45, I believe. So we want to make sure that they are all working on that. I said we want to make sure that they are all working on that. And you are just going to be a pain about that. Okay, there we go. You joined in yourself. Wow. I really don't want to be carrying this straggling yellow around because that causes problems. Let's just get you close enough to the landing site and go back to deal with more of the blues, because we need to keep them working, basically. At this point, we'll prioritize gathering the blowhogs that are closest to the onion. After all, that'll give us a bit more in the way of Pikmin. And the gravity jumper is back in place. Gravity jumper. This anti-gravity device allows the Dolphin to swim gracefully through the sea of stars like a dolphin. So that's 10 out of 30 parts. So we're just going to stick down here with the blues for now and supervise them carrying things back. If we can gather everything off the beach, we really want to. I don't think we have too many more things to collect. Just to go ahead and speed you guys along, we'll give you a couple of assistants. Grab this yellow pellet. Couple of red pellets over here. Come on. Okay, we're getting the hurry up warning. Okay. I just want to check the map, make sure I don't have any stragglers. There is that one single yellow. We'll deal with him momentarily. Let's go ahead and get everybody back to the blue onion for the moment. Because I found out on a previous run, it is somewhat picky about Pikmin at the landing site. Just because they're at the landing site doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be safe. The blues are all at least nice and close to their onion. At this point, if I can, I really want to get everybody actually put away. Okay. Put the reds away. Put the yellows away. If all goes well, I should only have 30 in the field at this point, and that's all the blues. Good. Okay, now the only thing I'm worried about is, did anyone actually get taken out in the chaos that was fighting the Shearwigs? If not, we should be safe. I really hope this day works out. It's definitely one of the more frantic plans I have. I at least know everyone was present and accounted for at the end of the day. No stragglers anywhere. Sorry, Wollywog, you get nothing. No doom frogs today. 4 days since impact. Deep in the cave I discovered in the forest, I encountered Blue Pikmin. These blue fellows have something resembling gills on their cheeks, and they appear to be amphibious, surviving both in water and on land. The wonders of nature never cease to stun me, even in this alien land. Please, nobody dead? Yes! Nobody lost in battle. Excellent. Nobody lost, nobody left behind. So, we sprouted 84 Pikmin today, and I believe they were all blues. Indeed, yes, we have 84 blues, so that accounts for everything there. No progress on reds or yellows, but we at least have 100 of each of them, so it's not as important, but it is still fun to swell the numbers. So, 4 days in, and we've found 10 parts. We're a third of the way there. 20 remaining, 26 days to find them. So we'll go ahead and save. And we'll go ahead and be happy this day is complete. That blasted bread bug and the RNG it entails. With that, that's the end of day 4. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, fare thee well. Meanwhile, our 20 Pikmin are carrying the automatic gear. This thing chugs right along at its own pace. It makes piloting much easier, giving me time to concentrate on the finer points of space travel. Wait a minute. I'm concerned here. Why were only 15 carrying that? Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. I'm dumb. 20 are carrying something that it only takes 15 to carry. I'm an idiot. Number confusion. Good job, me. Pikmin generally cannot stand water, but blues can deal with it just fine. So, meanwhile, I've found the automatic gear. This thing chugs along at its own pace. It makes piloting much easier, giving me time to concentrate on the finer points of space travel. So the bread bug is missing? Did it somehow force its way through the wall? What the... What just happened? Did it seriously force its way through the wall? What the heck? What just happened here? Well, that's a new one.